Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing like a summary of everything I read in the last month because I didn't get around to making a video until now. To start off with, we're going to go with The Daughter of Empire by Janie Wirtz and Raymond E. Feist. I read this as part of the read-along on the Library of Alexandria BookTube Discord channel thing. I liked it. This is a reread for me. I read it once before. I never got around to reading more books in this series. I intend to keep reading more in this series. Next we have The Spear Cuts Through Water. It's a folkloric fairy tale sort of book. I'll put it that way. It feels like someone's telling you a story. I really enjoyed it. It's probably going to be one of my favorite books of all time. It's definitely going to be the favorite book of the year unless something really surprising happens. Yeah, I just say go check it out. Next up we have The Emperor's Soul. This is a reread for me. I think this is the fourth time I've read it. Who really knows? If I was to say, well, it's the fourth time I read it. Obviously, I liked it. Next up is The Judas Blossom by Stephen Aryan. I really like this one as well. This is probably also going to be in the top 10 books I read of the year, non-fiction, obviously. If I was to describe it, it is a Mongolian high fantasy, epic fantasy. It's about a budding rebellion against the Ilkhanate in ancient Persia going on during the Mongolian invasions. I really liked it. I can highly recommend it. Next up is The Stone in the Skull by Elizabeth Bear. This is a sequel series to a series I read earlier called this series is called The Lotus Kingdom. This Lotus Kingdom is a sequel to the Stells of the Sky series, which Bear published earlier. This is another Mongolian-themed work of fiction. Yeah, I really liked it. You should read it too, if you are interested. Next is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I recognize this book is a quality book. It is also a book I did not like. Let's put it this way. When I do book reviews, I usually type up a long book review that I post on my blog. I really like Kuang's books because they're based on history and I get to talk about history when I do book reviews about her stuff. I don't think she's the best author. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, I like the book for what it was. But I don't think it's anything to write home about. Next up, we have The Original by Mary Robinette Kowal and Brandon Sanderson. It's narrated by the author Mary Robinette Kowal. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, no qualms about it. This is going to be a really good year for reading. I hope it's going to wind up in the top 10, but who really knows? I played a few video games this month, which I believe are where you mentioned. I'm going to go with Deathloop to start off with. This is a fun, action-packed, immersive sim sort of game. I'd compare it to the like of BioShock and Hitman. It was good. I can recommend it. Next, one of the best games I've ever played, Immortality by Sam Barlow. This is hard to describe. I just say go in blind. Just be aware that touches on some questionable themes and there is nudity and sex. I also read a bunch of other nonfiction. I'm not going to cover them here. Okay, have a nice day.